Hello, kindergarten friends! Today we're going to review what we started learning before break, all about continents. Remember, our learning target is, we can tell what a continent is and identify continents on a map or a globe. Let's get started with What is a Continent by Karen Jones. Our planet Earth is covered in land and water. The biggest areas of land found on Earth are called continents. Can you say continents? Great job. There are 7 continents found on Earth. They are North America, South America, Asia, Australia, Antarctica, Europe, and Africa. Can you remember which continent we live on? That's right, we live on North America right here. This is Africa. Africa is home to the biggest desert in the world, the Sahara Desert. Africa is the hottest continent on Earth. Animals like giraffes, elephants, zebras, lions, cheetahs, and hippos all live in the wild in Africa. Have you ever heard of the ancient pyramids of Egypt? Those were built in Africa thousands of years ago. And in fact, you remember we talked about Egypt and how Moses helped to free the Israelites from the Pharaoh? That was in Africa, in Egypt. This is Europe. Europe is home to many famous places like the Eiffel Tower in Paris, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and Buckingham Palace. Europe is home to many volcanoes. In fact, some volcanoes like Mount Etna still live up today. Animals that are native to Europe and live in the wild include the lemming, reindeer, and the Arctic fox. This is North America, our home. Native people lived in North America for thousands of years before people from Europe explored and moved there. North America is special because it has so many different landforms and climates. Here are high mountain ranges, waterfalls, dry deserts, frozen tundras, forests, grassy plains, and even tropical rainforests. Some animals that live in the wild North American lands include bald eagles, the ocelot, moose, beavers, and mountain lions. This is South America. There are many hot, humid rainforests in South America, like the Amazon rainforest. South America is home to many endangered animals as well, like the giant Galapagos tortoise, the sloth, the jaguar, and the Amazonian manatee. We'll talk more about what it means to be endangered when we study animals in the spring. South America also has the longest mountain chain in the world, the Andes Mountains. People mostly speak Spanish and Portuguese in South America. This is Asia. Asia is the biggest continent and has the most people. Over 4 billion people live there. There are so many different types of climates in Asia. Parts of Asia are cold, frozen, tundras, but there are also forests, grasslands, and deserts. Asia's enormous size allows for so many different types of people, animals, and plants. Asia is also home to the highest mountain on Earth, Mount Everest. Some of the animals that live in Asia include the giant panda, the tiger, camel, Komodo dragon, and the king cobra. This is Australia. Australia is home to rainforests, deserts called the outback, and mountains, but there are also big cities. You've probably heard of many animals that live in the wild of Australia, including koalas, kangaroos, crocodiles, kookaburra, and the platypus. This is Antarctica. Antarctica's land is completely covered in thick ice. It is very cold and dry all year long in Antarctica, even in the summer. Do you remember when we talked about the sun and how the Earth rotates and moves around the sun? Think for a moment about when we learned about the sun and how parts of the Earth in the middle are closest to the sun and hottest. Antarctica is the opposite. It is the coldest, covered in ice all year long, because it rarely gets direct sunlight. It's always at the bottom. Penguins, seals, whales, and some birds are the main creatures that live around Antarctica. In fact, there aren't any people that actually live on Antarctica year-round. Some scientists do visit to study the weather and animals, though, but no one makes their home there all the time. The biggest landmasses found on our Earth are called continents, and learning about and respecting the different continents and people of our world will help us become better global citizens and just generally be kinder people. Remember, our learning target today was we can tell what a continent is and identify continents on a map or a globe. Can you turn to someone near you and tell them in a quiet voice what a continent is? Now, if you were to look at a map or a globe, would you be able to tell where the continents are? We will continue working on this together as a group. Have a wonderful afternoon. Adios.